Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to City Skylines, welcome back to Nerdingham. I'm of course the Conflict Nerd, and today, it has been a while, and this is possibly the most laid back I've ever been recording a video. I'm not kidding when I say my feet are up, I'm leaning back in my chair, my microphone is stretched way out, everything, I'm relaxing, because this episode is gonna be making it or breaking it. Basically, I'm laying down the law here, and we are either going to be making this city work in this episode, even if it's not completely, or we're starting a new one in the next episode. I don't want that to be the case. I want to fix this, but I'm so tired of traffic problems, I don't want to face them anymore. That said, if I can sort of make this work, I will probably start setting up a small kind of town thing over here and just abandon the city area for a while, because this is just annoying me. I might fill in this space a little bit with some suburbs, but we'll see. Anyway, there have been some huge changes. I've basically gone ahead and, well, I cleared out all of that space that you can see there, and I've put in a load of new roads. I've changed some roads to be two-way. This is, a two-way road now. This is also going to be a two-way road, just to allow traffic to go down that way. I've basically just, I've changed so much to hopefully get traffic flowing. There is a lot less traffic. You'll notice that we're not making much money. That was at minus 21,000 at one point. But I'm hoping I can make this work. I am desperately hoping I can do something here. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a large retail area. Basically, is what that's going to be. And I'm actually going to continue that road through there. And I know as some of you might be thinking, you know, why didn't you do these changes on camera? Would that not have made sense? I mean, it could have been an interesting episode. All of these changes you're looking at have taken place across like 4 or 5 hours of me just tweaking little things and getting fed up with little areas. A lot of the deletion was done on a live stream, but a lot of the slightly more tedious work was done across just a long time, basically, and that's why it wasn't done on camera, because there's only so much boring stuff I can commentate, and that was a little bit much even for me. So, you know, that's why that is the way it is. But hopefully we can make this work. Hopefully I can make a good thing here. Now, what I'd like to do is, I want to come in here, and I want to just extend commercial across there. In fact, I will de-zone that area just so that it can rebuild. So if you guys could all just disappear, that would be fantastic. I'll just demolish you by hand. That seems perfectly reasonable. I'll also get rid of that pathway just to neaten it up a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and we'll put that across there. Alright, that should look lovely. I'll put some offices there just to differentiate that area a little bit. I will put some offices there as well. And I then want to put some commercial just along the back there, down here. And I think most of that space could do with some commercial zoning as well. There we go. Alright, yeah, that should be good. I'll put a little bit of office space over here as well. I want to do this slowly, basically. I want to very slowly grow this area and see what we can do. Because you'll notice there aren't really any traffic. I mean, there are traffic problems. They're always going to exist. But there are fewer. Oh my god. I think it might be time to turn that into a one-way. Oh, sorry, a two-way road. That could be a fantastic idea. But there are far fewer traffic problems this time around than we've had in the past, and I'm kind of okay with that. I'm gonna just turn this whole thing into a two-way road, because I think having it one way is a major issue, shall we say? We shall say. Here's a question: is issue, like, you know, do you kind of pronounce it as though there's the letter H in there, you know, issue, or is it issue? Because I know some people pronounce it kind of a much more defined S. I don't know. I don't know. It's some words are weird, but that should be good. That is already two-way, so that's fine. Okay, so that'll hopefully let traffic. That'll stop it going across the bridge and around to get where it's going. It might let you guys flow a little bit quicker as well, which would be absolutely great. So we'll see how that goes. How's this development going? Very slowly, but it's, you know, it's filling up. That's fine. I do want to turn those traffic lights off. I will turn those traffic lights off. They can stay on. They don't exist. They should exist, but I won't turn them on because it'll slow down the, it'll slow this cargo train station down a little bit. It's been a very long time since I've played City Skylines. Can I just mention that? I mean a seriously, seriously long time since I've played City Skylines. For those of you that are wondering why it's been so long, I will refer you back to videos I put up announcing that I'm very ill. I'm still somewhat ill, I do want to say. I'm not fully recovered, but you'll notice content's been back to pretty much regular lately, so, you know, that's good. It's nice to not be anywhere near as ill as I have been, let me just put it that way. Okay, that's some housing there. Do I want to put a little bit of low density in here? I don't think I do. I don't think I really want low density housing. I'll put some offices in that space. That seems reasonable enough. Do that as well. Okay, and then down here could be, I think just more housing could go in that space. And then more commercial could go in. I know I said I'd be doing this slowly, but we'll just fill up the spaces with some things. So there's a bit of commercial. This band across the middle could probably be... I'm going to do some low-density commercial, actually. I like myself a little bit of low-density. Just a little bit of low-density commercial there, just to change it up a little bit. And then I want to do some offices down the side there. Not there. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, so that space will hopefully fill out and hopefully function. I'll give you a run through the roads and what we've got here. So these, there's two roads here that meet underneath there that come off the highway. So that's a way for people to get off there. That does feed into this area and also feeds onto that road, which connects up there. I've intentionally not connected anything here to that main road to keep it nice and free, because that road will get very busy as the cargo train station gets busier. So that's why that's not connected. As for these connections, you know, they do connect. That is a one-way road, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for people to get there, but you can come down here and connect there. There's also a connection down there, and I think you can get there sort of down here as well. It's basically this area, you can't get in here from a main road, which is intentional. I don't want you to be able to get there directly from a main road. I should probably also have a little bit of a look at these junctions and just redo them. So I want you guys to be able to go 1, 2, 3, and I want you to be able to go 1, 2, 3, and then I want you to be able to go 1, 2, 3, and then you to be able to go 1, 2, 3, and then these lanes can go straight on, and that should sort out the one-way system there and keep it functioning quite nicely. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so that should hopefully sort out the one-way system. There are some buses going about these areas because there are bus stops there, for example, inexplicably. Also interesting to note, I have a roundabout in this area, which people are going to loathe, but it will hopefully do a thing. This area is filling out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... This area has a lot of connections as well. There are a lot of ways through, so I'm quite interested to see how this will work. I feel like I want this to be a residential area mostly, though. I feel like that's what this should mainly be. So I am going to go ahead and just fill a lot of this space out with housing, I think. I don't want to... I don't want to do too much commercial here. And the reason I'm trying to avoid commercial zoning as well is because it will help deal with traffic. Basically, there won't be as much cargo traffic coming into these areas, which is incredibly important. So let's just try and avoid that with lots of residential zoning. So we'll do a good load of that, and we'll put plenty of it in there as well. Put a little bit there, put a little bit there. Okay, I think I'll just do it around the edges as well. What happened there? That's a complete mess of a road. That needs to be dezoned and then rezoned, because that's meant to be cargo. Not cargo? That's meant to be cargo? That's not meant to be cargo. That's not the word I was looking for at all. Interesting. Apparently that's meant to be cargo for some reason. Whatever, let's do that. What else have we got? I'll put a bit of office space in there. I'll put a little bit of office space there as well, just so there can be something. I will put a little bit of commercial zoning in here, just to shake it up a bit. I will also put it along there, I think, just because. And there as well. But the rest of it, I think... And why is there an angled bit of zoning there? That's very strange. That's very strange indeed. That makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, that's odd. I don't quite know what's up with that. Can I fix it by putting a road down? I cannot. What is that? What is that? And why are you building there? You should absolutely not be building there. Whatever, that's fine. I'll just put some residential zoning along here, and I will put some residential zoning along there, and I will probably put a park in that space just to fix that issue. I've got no idea what that is, but that's fine. We'll also come along here with some offices. We'll come along here with some more residential. And then down this side with residential. And I think we'll just fill in this remaining gap with residential zoning as well. Probably don't need that. Okay, so that is everything in there. It's just a matter of hoping that it actually works. Which it might, and which it might not. We shall have to wait and see. I am quite tempted, though, to do a one-way road like that. I'm very... yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a one-way road like that. I'm going to flip it, of course. I don't want it to be coming out of the area. I want it to go into the area. So a one-way road like that, which will hopefully not mess up my junctions too much. I am going to have to sort out the merging here because I don't want people merging on the one-way system, at least not on this road. It's going to be... just basically imagine that all the way along this road that it's frequently written, stay in lane. That's all you need to imagine, and you're golden. Now, so you guys can go to that lane, then you guys can go to that lane, you guys can go to that lane. Should I maybe let them go straight on? Would that make sense? We'll see what this does, I suppose. But then this guy has 3 lanes to go to. That seems a bit silly, a little bit unnecessary. Maybe you can go there. We'll see how it handles that. That could cause some problems, it might not. We'll see what's up. Have I also got more merging to deal with? No, we're good. Alright, so that area will hopefully fill out over time. Hopefully. This area is filling out. In terms of traffic, it seems to be holding up as well. In terms of traffic in the majority of the city, other than there, it seems to be holding up. Which is kind of to be expected, I suppose. There's a lot of traffic going that way. Okay, this junction is less than efficient. I feel like that doesn't need to exist the way it is. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to upgrade that road to that. In fact, I'm going to downgrade that road to this so you can turn at the end of it. Then I want to just straighten it up down to the end a little bit but not connect it. There we go. So that's what I want. I don't want a connection there. Instead, I may connect it in... no, not my retail park either. So where would the nearest connection be for that area then? Down through all of that, which is not what I want. So, I mean, ideally, that kind of was the best place to connect that, which is not good. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't like that that's the way it was. That's the problem. I may adjust that bridge so it goes to there instead. That's probably a better idea. Okay, let's see what we can do. So let's grab... I don't even remember what kind of bridge it was. I think it was a 3-lane. So if we go from there to there. I mean, yeah, that'll do the job. So that bridge goes from there to there, meaning this can link up fine because they can no longer go straight ahead. So that should be a-okay, like so. So turn off those traffic lights. Let's see what happens. Hopefully good things. Traffic lights probably unnecessary there. We shall see what happens. Money at the moment is not a concern of mine. Not in the slightest. We have enough money reserved so that losing money is not an issue. Why are you stopped there? That just seems silly. Oh god, there is a whole area up there that I got rid of as well, isn't there? Yeah. I forgot to mention that one. I forgot to mention that there is an entire area up here that I cleared out. And down there as well. And sort of here. We'll get to that. We will get to that eventually. I just want to focus in the more downtown area at the moment. I'll tell you what I would like to do. I would like to continue this little suburb here. I think it's about time that we get doing that, because it's been, like I said, you know, it's been a while. It's been quite some time since we sat down to play some City Skylines, so I think I want to continue my suburb a little bit. But we'll go like so. We'll go up. We'll go across. Not by a block. We'll go across by a block and a bit. So that much looks about right. And then down. Okay, so that should be fine. That should be okay. I feel like that could probably curve to there now, so that those roads are indeed linked. But that can bridge over. The reason I'm doing that is just purely because I really don't want to have to change this junction at the moment. I will have to do it eventually, or put a junction down here into the suburb, which would probably make a lot more sense. But I do just want to make another suburb, basically. That's kind of my goal here. So this is actually going to be the main road of the suburb here. But I kind of want it to curve back on itself a little bit. And then kind of go near the highway, but not directly to the highway. Then down this way. So it sort of comes along the river. Going to be some people living along the river, but that's fine by me. And then it can come back a little bit. And I feel like it could connect to there. I feel like that's... Yeah, you know what? I like that idea. I like the idea of connecting it to the city like that. And then we'll kind of have the suburb and the city sort of merge somewhere along there. But what we'll also do is we'll have that sort of branch off of itself a little bit there. And then go out and around like that. So it can sort of be an enclosed thing, sort of not an enclosed thing. I think this one can also go out like that a little bit. Just like that. And I'll do a slightly bigger junction there, that's fine. Have this come over like so, and to there. Okay, so that looks interesting, is what we'll call that. We'll do a couple more main roads. Just through the place, just to make it look slightly interesting. I like that, and then I want one to come off of there, going around like that, and that can connect to there. Yeah, I like that. It's a complete mess, but it's supposed to be a complete mess. It's an artistic mess. If that was in an art gallery, you would look at that and go, it looks incredible. You don't know what you're looking at, but it looks incredible. That's art. That's modern art, ladies and gentlemen. That is a life lesson right there. Okay, right. Life lessons aside, let's go ahead and get some roads in here. So I want that to go over there. Okay, and then this. Okay, no. That can come out like so. Then over like so. Yeah, that looks fine. Then one off of there could look interesting, I suppose. We just sort of curve it like that. Sure, that looks fine. Looks a bit dumb, but whatever. Have that come out to here, out to there, up to there. These roads, the thing with these roads is they all need to not connect. Like, when they come off of a main road, they need to not connect to it again. That's the thing. So it comes off a main road, it does not connect to another street, and it does not connect to the main road again. Like they're doing, you know, that doesn't connect to the main road again. That means the main roads will actually be used the way I want them to be. So that can go up to there. That's actually probably the best road I've done yet. This one can come off of there. Like that. Okay, that can go to there, and I could probably get a little road in there. Just like that. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. It looks like a proper little suburb. I love it. Absolutely love it. That could probably do with being a little roundabout, but I'll not do it. I'll not do it because there's one roundabout in this city. I think there might be several. I don't actually remember if we do have several roundabouts in this city. I know we have that one that I've added downtown, and I feel like bringing this series back after the hiatus that we've had and having a roundabout in the city is probably a bit too much for some people already. So I'll not make you suffer another roundabout. Don't worry. I will leave that gap there though, and I will also try and bring another road off of here. like that. Why is there that gap there? That's very strange. Also, that's a very long road. That should be fine. That should be okay. Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put some of these roads on the outside of the space that we've designated for the suburb. Again, just to make it look like it's sort of... It is a suburb, you know. A suburb isn't necessarily always enclosed. There's some roads that are sort of outside of the area. There's a lot going on with suburbs. So that can go to there. That looks kind of interesting, I suppose. Those unfortunate people living very close to a highway, but sure. What else will we do? We'll have a road coming off of here. We'll have it come along to there, and that should be fine. Nice big gap between those ones, but that's a-okay. I will move that road a bit closer. I keep going, I need to stop doing that. That's one of my pet peeves when I'm watching a YouTube video. If someone keeps going, it just annoys me. And if it annoys you, you've probably just turned the video off. But sure. This is looking good. This is looking good. Just got to do a few more roads in this area, and then we just zone it and wait for it to fill up, because there's no way it's gonna fill up anytime soon. Oh god, I just did it again. But that's fine. It doesn't need to fill up soon. It just needs to fill up eventually. So that is pretty much it. I would like to do another couple of little roads out here, though. So we'll have that come along to there. We'll have this one sort of come out like that. Have another one go along there. Have another one come out from, say, there like that. But I want one to come up over this way as well. Can barely see the zoning there, I'm going to be honest. That looks okay, I think. I just did it again. Just went, Please stop doing that, me. It's incredibly annoying. I'm annoying myself with it now. That's how bad this has gotten. That's when you know you have a problem. When you're annoying yourself by just thinking. Right, have that come off there and go to there. Right, I think we're good. I'll bring one more to there. I think we're good. That is a complete mess, if you're looking at it. From up here, it is a complete mess. I'm fully aware. But, as a suburb goes, I'm confident that it'll work. I'm not going to zone it just yet, because I want to do a little bit more city zoning over here. So what we'll do is we will have a road like this come off of there a little bit and go very close to the suburb, but not quite touch it. So have that come off like that, have it turn quite sharply and connect to there, so it's not going into that other junction. That should be fine. That's kind of a city road, I suppose. Should be fine. I feel like I want to downgrade it to not have trees, though. I feel like they don't all need trees. In fact, I feel like these ones don't need... Oh, just did it again! I feel like these ones don't need trees. Just because I need to differentiate the roads a little bit. Roads out here wouldn't have trees. Like, even those roads wouldn't have trees. That's the thing. The ones along the river probably would, but these ones back here would absolutely not have trees. These ones here probably wouldn't have trees either. So I need to stop putting trees and everything. The main roads can have trees, that's fine, but these other roads probably shouldn't. Okay, so let's see. What kind of roads do I want in here? I think just regular ones, slightly curved roads. I will turn on snapping again, though, so I can do this properly. This is going to be slightly more grid-based, this area. I think this needs to be... I need to use space quite well in here. So let me turn off snapping again. Sort of have a bit of even spacing. Bring that just straight down, I think. Yeah, that should be fine. Then have some windy roads come off of it. Like that. So connect to there, sure. Then have a road come off of there. Go to there and up to... Maybe not there, maybe a slightly sharp turn like that. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so that's a slightly more urban area. Which is nice, which is what we want. I think I will have a road come off of there. Like that, and down to there, and to there. Okay, that should be fine. That can sort of... It fills that gap in, which is what I want. That is absolutely fantastic. I will bring a road just across there, and I think I will even go as far as taking a road off of here and just up to there. Yeah, there we go. So that fills in all of those gaps. I will zone that in just a second. I do want to just have a little bit of a look over here and see how it's all going. Is traffic moving? It kind of is. It is sort of moving down here as well, which is fantastic. A lot of it is going into that area, which is less than ideal. But we shall live with that. That is a-okay. This area is going to take a long time to develop. In fact, most of what we're building is going to take an absolute age to develop. But that's fine by me. I would like to go ahead and just select this whole space, though. This is going to be a bit risky, but I'll select all of this and zone it. That's high density. That is not what I want. I will just de-zone all of that and then rezone all of that. Like so, and then we need to pop in here and just make sure that we haven't zoned the wrong things. There is high density in there. There absolutely should not be. You can be zoned. You can all be zoned. That's fine. Now, here, let's have a look. This probably shouldn't be zoned. So that area, definitely not zoned. All of that is fine. Around here is absolutely not fine. As for these areas, probably don't want residential that far up the end there, so that's fine by me. We'll get rid of that. Then we just clear out all of the residential that we have on these main roads, which are going to be in our urban area. There will probably be some residential zoning in these areas. It's just going to be high density and mixed in with a lot of other things. And I also just want to put some low density commercial in here just to make it look like a kind of shopping area. It might actually be nice to do the same here as well. Just a little bit of low density commercial to split it up and give them something to do. Give them somewhere to shop. There we go. Okay, a little bit in there. I will also put a little bit just down here as well. That should hopefully make them happy. And that should also make them happy. Okay, that will split that up quite nicely. I will put some commercial down here on this road. In fact, that whole area can just be a nice commercial zone, I think. It won't be too nice. Not yet. I will put some parks in there, but for the meantime, I think it's a relatively nice commercial zone. I would also like... Oh, making money, I've just noticed. I would also like to use pathways to sort of connect things here. So if I go and snap from the end of the road, for example, to there, does that look okay? It looks a bit interesting, I suppose. Have that go through there and then connect to that bit of road. Sure, doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look interesting. That also looks kind of interesting. We can have this come down, maybe not from there, but sort of there. So something like... No, hold on a minute. Let me curve these, because they need to look interesting. That's my rule. It needs to look like an interesting pathway. Otherwise it doesn't happen. As for this area, I don't know how many pathways I'm going to necessarily need. I think I do want one here. Like that. I would also like one coming off the end of this road a little bit. And connecting to there. Interesting design, I suppose. Could totally have one in here as well. So have one there to there. Yep. And then one from there to... Okay, maybe not there. There to there. Connects those areas quite nicely. Don't really see anywhere else I need one. I could connect here to... Yeah, why not? We'll do that. Then let me de-zone that area just to sort that out. Anything else? Could connect that one to the road. I think we're good. I think we're mostly good in terms of pathways. I don't think I need to worry about them too much. We'll have one come through... Have one come through there, perhaps? Nah. What about... Can I get an interesting curve on this? Oh, that's dumb. That looks awful. Let's go from there. Sort of curve it around. Oh my god, really? Don't do that to me, cities. Don't do that to me, cities. We have history here. We have history. It might not be the best of history, but we have history, City Skylines. Be nice. That's all I'm asking. Okay, well, that looks like an interesting place. I will say. I think that looks like an interesting place. I do think we're going to need a police station over here. Yeah, we do have one there, but we'll probably need another one. So, I mean, we could put a large police station in there. Yeah, we'll do it. That'll give us good coverage. Healthcare is going to be an absolute nightmare. I think I will put a clinic in, but the problem is, where have I got my commercial zoning? So right there is where I should put a clinic. So I'll put a clinic there. The fire station can go... I'm actually going to put it next to the clinic, so that they're right in the middle of that area. They're not going to have electricity right now, but that's kind of okay. That's something that they will get eventually. Now we just need to give water to this whole area, which may take a little bit of work. That's a big area that we've just decided to develop, but I am happy with it. I'm actually really... I like the messy suburb look. I think it looks interesting. It looks kind of... I don't know, I think it looks European. Honestly, I do. I think it looks European. I look at American suburbs and I'm like, it's so clean, it's so nicely laid out, it's boring. I look at suburbs, even the suburbs that I'm living in, they're kind of insane. They're not laid out well at all. Well, there we go, let's do that, and then we just fill in all of this space as well. Fill that bit in. That's a bit of a messy corner there, but that's fine by me. There we go. Is that everything? That is everything. I should probably get that stretch of road as well. In fact, if we just fill out that area immediately, so we can expand that way when we're good and ready. There we go. And we will also just click there and bring that down. How did I miss that? There we go. Okay, so that's a large area ready to be built. That's going to take such a long time, but should hopefully look so good. Though what I would like to do is put some trees along there. I do want to get some nice big pine trees, and we'll just extend the brush a little bit and just put a load of nice big pine trees along the, just along the highway. Just to sort of hide it a little bit from the urban area. Makes it look... I don't know, I just like it. I played a lot of Euro Truck Simulator, so, and every highway you're driving along looks like that. Has a lot of pine trees on it. Lots of pine trees around the intersections. I think it looks nice. I don't know, I know it looks dumb from this perspective, but you have to think of it from the ground. You know, you live here, you don't see highway, you just see trees, and it looks pretty. That's all you need to see. That's all you need to worry about. The view from the ground. There you go. Gives you an idea. Hides the highway. Doesn't look good from above, but from the ground level it does. This side can stay because they know that the city's over there, but the other side is nicely hidden away, which is what I want. Okay, let's run the simulation and see what happens here, because these people are absolutely gonna... They'll probably start building around the middle when they're good and ready. Oh, there goes some ambulances as well. Alright, fair enough. There's some people. Interesting. There's another ambulance going out. Okay. I mean, I can see people using that bridge as a way to get through the area as well. They'll use that to get over here, and some of them will use it to go home. That's kind of fine by me. It would be nice if they didn't do that. I do realize I've basically created a bridge between an urban area and a suburban area using another suburban area. I guess that's okay. As for this place, it is certainly developing. A lot of traffic is taking the right lane there. Interesting. That is, they are sticking in lane, which is good. They're merging as well. Interesting. You should not be doing that. That is not something I should be seeing any traffic doing. There is no merging on this road. None at all. Let's make sure all of our other bits have stayed the same. Yep. Okay. Right, that should be fine. There's no merging. That's why they're all going into the right lane. Because they're actually allowed to. Because they can merge there. But once they stop merging, these guys should start using the lanes properly. As for down here, it's still a mess, but not quite as much of a mess, I suppose. I do think it's interesting that a lot of that traffic is actually turning in there to... Oh, it's because they can't go straight on. Right. That's very interesting. That is very interesting indeed. Okay, I mean... Sure. Whatever. Do you guys do you. You do your thing. That can go to the right. That's kind of crazy. That's kind of dumb. I feel like I want to reset this junction, I'm going to be honest. I feel like that is something I want to do. So let me do that. In fact, would it Yeah, it doesn't. It definitely needs to be connected. Okay, so let me bring this straight across to there, and then this straight across to there. So does that reset the junction, or is it back to... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that should actually be fine as it is. I shouldn't need to do junctions. That should work fine. Just turn traffic lights off and hope for the best. Turn them off there as well. That should hopefully sort itself out given time, I would imagine. Is there traffic backing up anywhere else? It doesn't really seem like it. Is that area in a district is my question. And also let me make sure that the themes are European. Fantastic. I should get a few more themes in here at some point. We'll do it eventually, probably. We'll do it eventually. We'll get some new themes at some point. But let me just go ahead and expand the district there. Expand, I believe that's South Bank, just to include that area. And then we'll expand Elizabeth Gardens to take up some of this space. It's going to be a little bit difficult to do this because it is a... Gonna have to be very careful that we don't take up some of the good old suburb there. Well, I guess I can D-zone the suburb as well, can't I? But it's not difficult to do. There we go, take up all of that space, and then we'll just very carefully come down to take up the road. Alright, so that road there should not be either district. That highway can absolutely be South Bank, but that road is not part of either district. And I feel like that one probably shouldn't be either, gonna be honest. Which kind of means that the whole South Bank area gets up to that road. It goes up to there, like so, and then we D-zone it, so that Elizabeth Gardens is on the other side, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's fine. That's not the neatest of district. I'm not too happy with that. I might actually just, just bring that back a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that seems good. That's a little bit neater. I like it. I do. I quite like that. We are still losing a lot of money, but I'm okay with that as well. I think we are developing at a reasonable rate, folks. I think this area is going fine. Traffic is slowly getting sorted, which is fantastic news. I am still going to be building this area back up very slowly, but I think the good news here is that we're not going to be starting another city, at least not yet. I do think I will probably spend far less time on Nerdingham than I did with Nerdshire, just purely because of basically bad design choices are the reason that this city is falling apart so quickly. It's a series of bad design choices that have got me here. I'm not ashamed to admit, because I think we all know I'm not the best when it comes to city planning, and it is entirely my fault. That said, I don't want to talk too much about another series of this game, not because I don't plan on doing one, but just because we're still doing this one. But that said, I think another series of this game, when it comes to doing it, whenever that may be, is absolutely going to be in a custom map. Whether I make it myself, whether I might ask you guys out there in the community to make it for me, challenge you to make a good map for Let's Play, and then, we can go through them and pick one. But we'll see. I think it will definitely be a custom map. Probably European theme still. Well, technically I can switch between the themes, but maybe we'll go with European with a mix of, or maybe modern, but with a mix of old school European in some areas. We'll see what happens, but I think that will do us for today. We've got this road layout planned here, and it's slowly building up. It will take a lot of time, but I'm confident that that'll look nice. I think in the next episode, what I'll do is, again, leave this to develop. It'll probably be a lot more road layout stuff, but I want to start working on an area out here, because there are some resources there that I want to gather. I think it's natural resources. Yeah, it's ore. So I want to make a little kind of industrial town there. And I also kind of want to take a leaf out of Flabaliki's book, and maybe do a little kind of town up here as well. There is a lot of resources. There's a lot of, what is it? Natural resources, ore along there as well. Whether we make a mining town in a couple of areas, I might make a kind of mining town up there and then make another little town there. But I do want to sort of just put little settlements about the place. and then kind of have our main city in the middle. I'll feather the edges of the city as well, but I don't think we'll be getting much bigger with the main city. I think the main city can kind of be feathered out to here, and then surrounded in smaller towns, and then I think that'll be us. So there isn't, you know, there's not a whole lot more time to be spent with Nerdingham. I think my experience with the first city has taught me a few things. I have made plenty of mistakes, but I think we're absolutely getting through them, and it's slowly getting back to a reasonable city. I'm still not happy about this backing up, but we'll fix that. I'll probably fix that off camera because I have a few ideas of what I can do there. Anyway, folks, thank you kindly for watching. This has been City Skylines. Once again, I apologize for the delay in episodes. I was very ill. I'm still quite ill, but I'm hoping to keep this back and regular. So yes, thank you kindly for watching. I've been the Conflict Nerd, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!